I am an independent professional journalist. Like every other journalist, we went to the field to monitor elections. I personally monitored the election across the Benin City metropolis. And in the course of our coverage, we saw an encounter where ballot boxes were smashed, destroyed, and ballot papers were equally destroyed. And we reported it as such. After that day till now, I have never rested. I've been getting calls of threats that why should I cover that kind of event. I don't know who is who. I don't know who has sent who. But I just know that at this point that my life is in danger. And so I decided to come to the authority. For your information, journalism has always been my passion. I have ND, I have HND, and I have BSc in mass communication. And I have practiced for 12 years as a journalist. In the 12 years I practiced in the private media, I have never had cause for any litigation that because of the story I did, my XYZ office was dragged before the court. This is not the first time that I am covering an election in Edo State. I have been covering an election for more than 12 years in this state. Elections that has to do with governorship, elections that has to do with presidency, elections that has to do with local government elections. In 2012, I covered a governorship election in this state involving a sitting governor and another. I never got any threat from any quarter. In 2013, I covered a local government election in this state. I slept at the exec office for 3 days while we were waiting for results. As a matter of fact, we were waiting for the result from Eastern Northeast while some actors came and declared the result while counting of ballot papers was still ongoing in Eastern Northeast. In 2015, I covered for the presidency. I was asked to cover for the PDP and I covered for President Goodluck Jonathan in 2015. We did all that coverage. In 2019, I covered for Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who was the candidate of the PDP. I covered the arrival of His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari to Edo State. The reports are with me, they are in my archives. In 2020, I joined the team of Governor Godwin Obaseki in different wards across the state. I didn't get any threats. Are you saying we do not have freedom anymore? Are you saying when we see something that is white, we should say it's black? Are you saying everybody should keep quiet and shut up? I don't get it. Why should I now be receiving threats that I did my job, diligently and allow the people to air their views? Guys, keep sharing this video. Just be sharing this video. At this point, I want to call on the federal government. At this point, I want to call on the National Assembly. At this point, I want to call on the international community. At this junction, I want to call on the NBA. I want to call on the Nigerian Union of Journalists. I want to call on FIDA. They are saying you are a woman. Don't come out on Saturday. Best, you are a woman. What does that mean, for crying out loud? I am a woman means what? When you were in your class, when you were in the higher institution, were women given a special privilege? Were they going to their institution for free? Were they not paying the same money as men themselves? Is it because I am a woman that you are telling people if I come out on Saturday, you are going to rape me, you are going to maim me, you are going to extinguish me? For what, I may ask? You think you can push me out of the system? No way. I am a journalist and this is what I am called to do. This is my drive, this is my passion. You cannot push me out. I am calling on the executive governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki. Mr. Godwin Obaseki, sir, I need your cover. I need you to protect me. Let it not be known, let it not be heard, and let it not be said that it is the administration of Godwin Obaseki that something happened to Best in Bere. I have been on this field, Mr. Governor. I followed you. I covered your campaigns like I have been doing for other political parties. I covered campaigns for Labour Party. I did for APC. I did for NPP. I did for PDP. Nobody should crucify me for doing my job. Therefore, I have come with my team of lawyers to the state commissioner, to the state command of Nigerian police here in Benin City. Here you have it. I have come to submit my petition. My lawyer has written to the Inspector General of Police. I am sure before the end of today, he will be getting his copy. I am calling on members of the civil society organization. You must rise up to this. You cannot shut me out. You cannot take my life. I haven't done anything. And let me tell you, I am just starting. I cannot take the back seat at this moment. If you want to victimize me because you know I am a female, you can never victimize me. Nigerians will not allow that to happen to you. What is it, by the way? What is it, by the way? What have I done wrong? I am only doing my job. It will get to a time in this country that you will tell a doctor not to do his job, that you will tell an engineer not to do their job, that you will tell an architect not to do their job, and you are stopping me from doing my job? Please, I am begging our revered father, Omonoba Nedzo Baiwai II. I am in Edo State. I need your help. They are planning evils. I don't know who they are, but God knows them. And you cannot hide anything from God. The more you want to plan evil, the more God will continue to expose you. So guys, keep sharing this video until you get to concerned authority. Like I've said, I am calling on the federal government. I am calling on the Commonwealth Organization. I am calling on international community. I am calling on the National Assembly. I am calling on security agencies. I am calling on the Nigerian Bar Association. I am calling on the Nigerian Union of Journalists. I am calling on FIDA. I am calling civil society organization to rise up to this. They frustrated me where I was working. I have not even have a footing. I am just starting. They want to frustrate me out completely. Please, I need your help. Mr. Godwin Obaseki, you are the Chief Security Officer of Edo State. You are the #1 security officer of Edo State. Mr. Governor, I am pleading with you. Please, I need safety. Nobody should stop me from doing my job. Nobody should plant their boys and wait for me anywhere. My barrister is here. He accompanied me to the state command. And I'm sure he wants to be saying something. Please, continue to share this video and stick to my page to get more updates, because we are not giving up. I am not a coward. You cannot force me to take the back seat. No way.
Well, I want to say that good afternoon, everybody. Of course, I understand now that we are live. As you all know, my client is a journalist with over 12 years experience in practice as a journalist. We received a brief from her, a very alarming report, as a matter of fact, that since her reportage of the National Assembly and presidential election, which took place on the 25th day of this month, February 2023, that her life has been under serious and constant threat. So upon receipt of that, we have directed a petition to the Inspector General of Police. We also did a petition to the Commissioner of Police, and we have also copied the relevant non-governmental organizations and all that. So what I want to say here is that our client, being a journalist, has a right to freedom of expression guaranteed by Section 39 of the Constitution. She has a freedom to impart information. She has a freedom to own her own opinion, and a freedom of the press, and that is basically guaranteed by the Constitution, and even the Freedom of Information Act, Information Bill, which has been passed into law. Now, what our client is doing is clearly within the precinct and the confines of the Constitution. So she has not acted illegally. She has not acted outside the jurisdictional precinct of her calling, of her profession. She has only acted within the confines of the law. And you cannot take away journalism from our country, because their rights their position is protected by our constitution. In fact, journalists are the ones that guarantee proper information, proper dissemination of the information. They are the ones that ensure that you and I, both our people here in Nigeria and those outside this country, receive this information. They are the ones that guarantee that. So if you take away journalists from the street, if you take away journalists because their report is against your illicit, malicious, evil, and schizophrenic activities, then what becomes of the society? How else do we expect the society to be informed? The role of journalists in the society cannot be overemphasized. So I want to re-echo what my client Adelia said, that her life is currently under threat. Several attempts to kidnap her have been made. Several attempts have been made on her life and against that of her family. As a matter of fact, she has been cyber-stalked in the past few days or weeks since after that election. So we are calling on all authorities concerned. We are calling on the Inspector General of Police. We are calling on the Commissioner of Police, the Governor of Edo State, and every other institution that we have copied with this petition to rise up to the occasion and ensure that our clients do not suffer under that perpetual apprehension of fear. The wise man, the great legal poet William Shakespeare has said, and we agree with him, that the fear of death is worse than death in itself. If our client no longer passes the night for fear of her life being taken out of her, then the society is not worth living in. These persons who are threatening her, that constantly harassing her with call, stalking her, monitoring all her every movement. And we call that these persons should be investigated, they should be arrested. Because when they are arrested, then the society will be free from the Obaseki state of nature. What Thomas Hope refers to the Obaseki state of nature, where life was brutish, nasty, and short. So I call on you, my people. Best is a journalist, and she is a professional. In fact, one of the best we have in this, and she's the pride of this very land. And we will not stand and watch people out there to unlawfully extinguish her life. So please rise up to the occasion. We thank you.
My people, I will be counting on your support. I will be counting on your support. I know that there is no single human being on this earth, no matter how many they are not more than God. They can't fight the battle of God. Now, by birth, I am from Edo, and that is why I'm calling on the governor of Edo State. By origin, I'm from Delta, and so I extend this invitation to His Excellency Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, the governor of my state. And by adoption, I am from Imo State, and I'm extending this invitation to the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma. By association, I'm from Lagos State. I am calling on His Excellency Sanwo-Olu. By association, I'm from River State. I am calling on the River State Governor, Nyesom Wike. I am calling on every other well-meaning Nigerians to come to my aid. Nobody can take my life. You can't take the life that you don't give. And you cannot frustrate me out of the system. This is how far we can go now, guys. I will continue to update you. I will not stop my job. It gives me joy. The way you like watching football, when you saw Liverpool defeating Man U 7-0, it's what gives you joy. The way you like going to clubbing, it's what gives you joy. What gives me joy is this profession. And people want to frustrate me out. I am counting on you guys. I believe that the governor of Edo State, we are